Our survey begins in the place where nightlife itself began. Because, fun fact, it's the first city in the world to be fully lit by electricity. I'm talking about Cleveland, Ohio. And there's no better place for you to get fully lit than in the electric atmosphere of Nano Brew. Their cool and creative approach to burgers and beer earns them our number 8 spot on the list of the great 8 places for midnight munchies.
When it comes to having some beer and eating some darn good food, this is where it's at.
Nano Brew prides itself on 2 things: having the best food to eat after midnight and having the best beer to go with it.
We brew very small batch beers, 20-gallon batches of beer. So what that allows us to do is we can take chances and be a little risky and brew something that's going to blow your mind, or not. And if it doesn't, we might just dump it down the drain and forget that ever happened kind of thing.
Those beer experiments are the perfect match for Nano Brew's award-winning menu, created by head mad scientist, Chef Billy Crompton.
It's alive!
Billy's gonna make Nano's legendary spicy burger, loaded with roasted poblanos, caramelized onions, and fresh Ohio beef. And I wasn't kidding about that mad scientist thing.
We studied chemistry on burgers, and we found out that one of the things that makes a great burger is actually adding the seasoning immediately before you place it on the grill. That provides a really good sear on the burger, and that gives it as much flavor of the meat itself without obscuring it with the flavor of the seasoning.
The spicy burger isn't some burn-your-mouth blowtorch. It's more of a flavor conversation, where spicy is just one of the voices. The cheese is just as important.
All right, we're gonna flip the burgers. And we're gonna put cheddar cheese on there from Amish country. The trick with the medium burger and a 4-ounce patty is to cheese it as soon as you flip it. That way when the cheese melts, we're ready to plate the burgers.
I'm telling you, this guy knows burgers, and the food world has taken notice.
Our spicy burger was named one of the 33 best burgers in America. That's pretty cool.
With the cheese melted just so, it's plating time. The brioche bun crown gets slathered in chipotle mayo. On goes the onion pepper melange, followed by some round-the-way veggies.
The mixed greens that we use come from the Ohio City farm right around the corner from us. About 100 feet away, we have a whole array of greens and produce that we get, and you can't get fresher than that. This is the spicy burger from Nano Brew. If you can't take the heat, get out of my kitchen.
It has a little bit of spice, so it's not too overwhelming for people who don't really like a lot of heat, but it gives a little bit more kick.
I love the fact that everything is well put together and it's not sloppy. I don't have to worry about grabbing a napkin, especially when I'm out like hanging out with guys and stuff. They don't want to see a messy chick. That's not cool.
Another of their creative burgers that should be on your bar food bucket list, the beefy PB&J. What kind of fruit spread is that one rocking?
We were going to go with either a grape or a cherry, and then we figured, you know, why not put some bacon in it?
Bacon jam?
If I could name my baby Bacon Jam, I would.
I've never heard anything like that before.
Let's back this thing up to the beginning. First, Billy caramelizes about a sack full of onions and some garlic in Grandma's wash tub. Then comes about a half a pig's worth of bacon and some brown sugar. Then what happens?
We're going to add coffee. We'll stir that in and let that introduce itself to everything for a minute or two. And then we're ready to add the maple syrup. The maple syrup is going to help with the reduction process and coat everything up. That kind of makes the jam into the jam.
Next, there's some chili sauce for heat, and get ready for this curveball: whiskey.
It's flavor on flavor on flavor.
He knows what time it is. Time to let this reduce for a couple of hours before its final journey through the food processor.
You're ready to put this on a burger.
But first, the house-made peanut butter. So creamy, fatty good, it makes cheese redundant. Then, the bacon jam. A little of that hood arugula, and that's my jam.
This is the PB&J burger, a burger that'll stick to your very soul.
I love bacon, so if you love bacon, you gotta love this. And then there's like a maple syrup undertone that just pops it and makes it come alive.
Jam.
It's like your wildest expectations. It's right here in a burger. This is Cleveland.
If you're a foodie, this is the place to be.
From the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,